just checking in with you. I had a pivot of my own today that I am making and want to share because sometimes we hold ourselves to a really high standard and we get a little discouraged and allow it to kind of clog our belief when things aren't exactly the way we thought they were going to be in our Pinterest brain. But this is real life, and so I'm just going to share where I'm at, and maybe it'll resonate with you. Maybe you'll get a little morsel of what you need to hear today. I hope that is the case. So a lot of us started Chop Wood Carry Water this week. It's the new program by Amwala. It's all about functional movement and weightlifting, and I did like a stretch workout yesterday, and then today was my day one, and I was really discouraged. And then it made me really mad and kind of like started this like weird spiral of all the feelings. And maybe that happens to you when you start something that's uncomfortable, or you feel like you don't quite know what's happening, like the movements seem really complicated, or maybe it doesn't feel good in your body. Wherever you're at, if that is happening to you, this is what we call a clue, right? And we have to listen to our bodies. There's nothing wrong with getting comfortable being uncomfortable, but if like you're like, this does not feel like my body can handle it, that's a big red flag. We have to listen to it and we have to adapt, because we're not all on the same journey, right? We're not like cookie cutters. Like everyone's in a different season and everyone has a different need. And maybe you are here, you're like, I'm just here for a water challenge, or I'm here to like walk half an hour every single day. You rock on with your bad self. You'd be super freaking proud of where you're at. But if for some reason you are in the middle of a program, or you did start something fresh yesterday and you're like, this is not just me being uncomfortable, this is like, I just don't feel like this is right for me right now, there's nothing wrong with you making a pivot. In fact, having that kind of self-awareness and that just taking that moment to pause and be like, what do I actually need versus what do I think I need, or what do I want to do? Like, we have to listen to ourselves. It's really annoying, right? So I love bar. Okay, I freaking love that program. I thought it was amazing. I am going to be a broken record forever and ever. And I didn't like the first bar. Hear me when I say I'm not an Elise fan, okay? She talks too much. She's too positive. I don't like it. I didn't like the first bar. I don't even think I finished that program because it did actually hurt my hips. But this new bar that's a part of the Super Body Block, it's totally different. Totally different cup of tea. I finished it. I felt so good. So good. So what I'm doing is I'm going to pivot, okay? I am not going to create a story in my head. You're not going to create a story in your head if you're having to also pivot. It's okay. I just printed the 4-day workout calendar for Chop Wood Carry Water because I do love the idea of primal movement. I think it's really smart. I like listening to Amwala. I think there's a lot to be gained. This is not a beginner program, okay? They lied when they said it's a beginner program. It's not. If you have taken time off of your fitness journey, I don't want you starting here. Save this for another day. It's not going anywhere. You have plenty of time. Winter will be here before we know it, and you can dive into this. But I do want to do this, but I also want to do bar. So I had printed a 5-day-a-week calendar because you can do 4 days, 5 days, 6 days with Chop Wood. I just printed 4-day. I was talking to Carla and I was like, my low back does not feel good. So she's like, don't use weights. Just focus on the movement, focus on engaging certain muscles. I'm going to do that. And I could tell myself a story where, oh, I'm even modifying what the modifier is doing. See, look, it's not for me, or I can't do this, or I'm never going to get results, or whatever, some sad panda story. I used to tell myself those things, and they don't serve us, okay? It's not serving you if that's what you're telling yourself. Instead, what if you were like, you know what, I'm super proud of me for listening to what my body needs and making a pivot, even if it checks my ego, even if it feels like it's not enough, it is enough. Where you're at today is exactly where you need to be. If you're taking any form of action, you're where you need to be. I want you to be super proud of yourself. So that's just my little story. I'm going to do the 4-week Chop Wood Carry Water, and I'm also going to layer in bar. I'm going to listen to my body. I'm going to do mobility as I need to. End of story. I'm still a winner. It's my journey, just like this is your journey. If you are realigning with us, if you're like, yes, I'm realigning, I really want you to collect one way that you're winning, 1 to 2 ways every single day that you're winning. And I don't want your nutrition to be one of those wins. Nutrition is a separate thing, okay? And I'm saying nutrition as a whole, like if you're following a program. Maybe you do have a nutrition goal and it's to like match every cup of coffee with a cup of water. Or maybe it is you're going to decide to not drink alcohol right now. Or maybe you are having an evening snacking habit that's not serving you, and so you're going to implement dinner and done. Maybe it's going to be, I'm going to have an extra vegetable today and I'm going to be really proud of myself. Maybe that's your goal. I want you to have a nutrition goal that you can check off every single freaking day. I want you to make this easy for yourself. It's going to be a little bit of stretch, but it's also not going to be the super complicated, I 100% nailed my nutrition. Because when you have a 100% goal, guess what? Things go haywire because this is real life. And then it's so easy to find the proof that, see, I didn't do it. And look, there we go. I didn't keep a promise to myself. And we start to like go down a rabbit hole that we don't need to go down. We are here to build ourselves up. We are here to build our confidence, to build our belief, to create momentum. And in order to do those things, that means that we have to change the filter in our brains, what we're looking for. We also have to set ourselves up for success, okay? So while I would absolutely 100% recommend that you do one of our nutrition programs, I want you to have a goal outside of that you can count as a win. Does that make sense? Like, I'm gonna get my water in today. 100%, that's your goal. It's a I can do this every single day, no matter what. I could do this. It's a stretch goal. It's going to be slightly uncomfortable, something that maybe you haven't been 100% with yet, but you can totally do it. You can totally do it. Maybe you need to like scale that goal back and be like, I'm going to focus on having an extra glass of water, or I'm going to have an extra serving of vegetables, or I'm going to be done with my food by insert the time. Okay. You make this fit your life, but I need it to be, I want you to choose a goal that is within the realm of reason so that you can check that bad boy off every single day and be like, look, I did it. I'm so proud of me. There's a time and a place for stretch goals that are totally outside of your comfort zone and you're like rehashing your whole life and you're like, I'm going to do all these things. But I feel like in this season we're in summer, there's a lot of stuff happening. There's a lot of travel. You don't need to make this harder on yourself. I want you to collect your wins. I want you to find the proof that you are in fact on this journey and you're rocking it and you're doing your best and you're surrendering the rest. Perfectionism will not get you to your goals. It'll just make you feel really terrible about yourself. And probably it might even like kickstart a real bad cycle that we don't even need to activate right now. So where are you at today? What is your goal for this week? Does this apply to you? Did you get a nugget? Is there an aha? I would love to hear. Okay. I'm going to get off of my phone for a while. I'll plug back in this afternoon and catch up through all my messages. But I just wanted to leave you with that. I want you to remember that you're here and you're exactly where you need to be. And it's okay if it's a little uncomfortable. It's okay if the goal you would set for yourself doesn't feel like it's realistic. That doesn't mean anything bad, okay? It just means that you are where you are right now. And this is a perfect place to begin, and it's a perfect place to layer things in, and you don't need to create drama or be mean to yourself or go down a rabbit hole, okay? You're just gonna grab my hand and you're gonna do the next right thing, and you're gonna be super freaking proud of yourself for doing that.